Good morning everyone and welcome to day 2 of Project 8 and 8. Today's plan is that I'm gonna go for a run with a colleague of work and then head to the local swimming pool, trying to cover at least the distance I needed last week, so I'm gonna finish that off, but I'll also try to get a little bit ahead of this week's distance that I need to cover. So I'm gonna change into my running clothes and then I'm gonna head out. Since I basically just got up and didn't have too much time to warm up or really wake up, my legs feel really tired and my heart rate is definitely too high. But I'm gonna try to slow down a little bit to keep my heart rate a little bit in check. I'm currently at a quite steep hill, and since I don't want to get my heart rate up too much, I decided to just walk a few meters. And of course I paused my trekking, so these meters don't count into Project 8 and 8. But yeah, I just try to calm down a little bit, relax the heart rate, relax the breathing, and then finish the meters up until up the hill where I meet up with my colleague. So then we're gonna run together a little bit.
Schön. Und dann sagt
13 kilometers later, the run is done. I'm at the swimming pool and now it's time for some laps. And maybe I can make a time lapse this time because there aren't too many people around, so I feel comfortable leaving my phone unsupervised, just laying there. Yeah, you will see if I do it. That's definitely always the worst part, to get into the running clothes while you're still completely wet. And then the first kilometer running is terrible. Now it's time to finish up this training session with a 3-kilometer run home. So I'm heading out of the swimming pool right now, and yeah, then it's definitely time for a little break. I've got 3 hours of work and then I'm gonna edit the video of the first week, so it comes online today, which is Friday, and I plan on always uploading the videos or the summaries on Instagram as well on Friday. Starting to run after swimming always feels like you completely forgot on how to walk or especially run. That's crazy. The run is done, 16 kilometers in total, with the 13 kilometers before the swimming and the 3 kilometers afterwards, and I think 2.6 kilometers of swimming, so quite a productive training day. And now it's time for a shower. While I'm waiting for the video of week 1 to export, I'm gonna do some light stretching, so I'm using the time effectively, and afterwards I have to edit the thumbnail, and then maybe it's going live today, otherwise I will post it tomorrow. The video of week 1 is online. Now I'm gonna head out to meet up with some friends, and yeah, I'm not gonna film anything tonight anymore. So plan for tomorrow is early morning swim and then probably run in the late afternoon, so I get both of that in, and yeah, you will see how that goes. Since it's day 2 of week number 2 of Project 8 and 8, I'm planning to do 2 workouts today as well. And I'm gonna start the day off with a maybe longer swim. I'm heading to the local swimming pool in a few minutes, and in the late afternoon I plan to go for a short regenerative run, so nothing too special, just something to loosen up the legs and yeah, help with recovery. Another hour in the pool is done. This time I swam for 2.5 kilometers and I changed swimming techniques every 10 laps instead of every 5 like yesterday. So I'm trying to get used to spending more time in the freestyle technique, because that's what you swim during a triathlon as well. I'm quite happy with the session, went quite well, and yeah, now I'm heading back home and trying to relax a little bit before this evening's run. So that's enough resting for today. I'm gonna go for the run now, and I plan to run for like 6 to 8 kilometers probably, but just to be sure I'm taking this with me. So in case I decide to go for a little bit longer, I have something to drink with me, which is still really important, although it's not too hot outside, but it's really humid, so yeah, you always have to stay hydrated. So now it's time for a quick warm-up and then I'm off for the run. Unfortunately, I wasn't too smart with that choice of drink because, as you can see, I've got a white t-shirt on and I put some magnesium in my water, which made it orange. And yeah, the bottle obviously isn't 100% sealed, so yeah, let's see if there's a lot of discoloring in the end. I will keep you updated on that. I'm currently running on a loop here in my hometown, and it probably will be something like 16 kilometers because I felt quite good during the first few kilometers. But this loop has a really steep incline in the end, so I'm probably gonna extend the run, but this way I don't have to run up the hill. So I just feel like more distance is definitely better than more meters of altitude. Although I planned for only running something like 6 to 8 kilometers, I'm currently at 13 kilometers and I still feel great, so I don't even want to stop to drink something. And I'm thinking about maybe doing a half marathon, but I will just see how I feel in the next 30 minutes. Welcome to Bavaria. In 200 meters I crossed the 17 kilometer mark, and I think if I just run home now, I will end the run with something around 18 kilometers, and I think that's enough for today, especially because I ran 16 kilometers yesterday and yeah, already swam for 2.5 kilometers this morning. So yeah, I'm really happy with today's workouts. As you can see, the drink did color my shirt a little bit orange, but at least I ran for 18 kilometers, so that's one upside, and now it's time for a shower. Since I came back at 2 in the morning last night, I decided to not go for a swim today and instead give my body some time to relax and to rest. And because sleep is so important, that was really good as well, because I slept for 2 hours longer than I would have if I went for a swim. So now it's off to work, and maybe I'm going for a really chill run in the evening, but maybe I'm really doing nothing today and that would be fine as well. Probably not filming too much, so yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. 1.5 hours and 4 kilometers later, I'm done with the swimming today. And I feel like I'm definitely getting better in freestyle. This time I switched swimming techniques every kilometer, so after 20 laps of breaststroke I switched to freestyle for 20 laps, then breaststroke again and then freestyle again. So in total, like I said, 4 kilometers, but I'm feeling way more confident in my freestyle technique now, instead of in the beginning where I only swam with raw power and not technique at all. But I watched a few videos on YouTube, like tutorials on how to properly swim in freestyle, and that definitely helped. And yeah, I'm really motivated to maybe even start a triathlon, a proper one, this year. I just came back from work, and since I'm only missing 5 kilometers to complete the second marathon distance in Project 8 I've decided to go for a quick run. And yeah, maybe even try to get a few quick kilometers in to just feel how fast my legs are able to move at the moment. And yeah, now I'm off for the run. During the last few runs, I've definitely had the feeling that all the time building my base is starting to make a difference, because I feel like I can just keep on going and going at a slower pace, and that pace is definitely starting to increase. At least that's what it feels like. So only something I can recommend, to not overlook all the time you spend in your base building heart rate zones, because that's really important to just be able to keep going at a steady pace, and then also to be able to run at a much faster pace, because you've got that solid foundation at the bottom. So yeah, do your base workouts. 5 kilometers are done, and if I'm not mistaken, it should be something like 1 mile to go back home. So I'm just finishing up a few meters and then trying to get a fast kilometer in and use the rest of the distance to just cool down a little bit. And the fast part is done as well. I ran for 1.5 kilometers with a pace of 3 minutes and 48 seconds per kilometer, and I really feel great. I almost forgot how much fun it was to really run and not just like jog or something. So yeah, I might do it again a few times, but I still have to focus on my base building. But all in all, great workout today and really happy with the late night run. I just came back home from what felt like a never-ending day at work, so I jumped directly into my running clothes, applied some sunscreen and buckled up because now it's time for a longer run. I plan to go for maybe a half marathon distance, but I'll just see how it goes because it's almost 30 degrees outside, so that's quite hot. And yeah, I'm just trying to cover some distance, but not sure how long I will be able to run. Running during these temperatures is so f***ing exhausting. It's like instantly 50% harder than usual. I'm closing in on the first third of the half marathon, and strength-wise it's still going great, but the heat is really exhausting. But since I'm probably gonna have at least temperatures like this or even higher when I'm crossing France, I need to train during these temperatures as well, so yeah, just have to keep going. That little town you can see behind me is exactly the halfway point, so I should be done with around 10.5 kilometers. I'm not checking my watch because I don't want to see the pace, so it doesn't frustrate me because this run was really slow. But since it's all about the mileage, I don't want that kind of negativity. So I'm just running on. And yeah, I'm gonna finish the half marathon definitely because I have to get back home. And then I'm definitely done for the day. I think at this point I should be done with around 15 kilometers, so only a little bit over 6 more to go, and slowly my legs are getting really tired and my knees are starting to hurt a little bit as well. But I think if I would stop now, it would be way harder to start running again than to just keep on running. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, the last 2 kilometers start to get real hard. So I'm definitely looking forward to completing the half marathon because I'm really exhausted. I feel like my legs are really close to just not going forward anymore. So I just have to keep on pushing for the last 3 kilometers and then I can call it a day. But yeah, really exhausting today. The half marathon is done. It took me a little bit over 2 hours to complete it. And now I'm just finishing up the last few meters until I'm back home. And I really can't wait to get into the shower and to eat and drink something. Because wow, that was tough. Yeah, today was really, really tough. But at least I completed it, so yeah, another 20-something kilometers in the books. After yesterday's half marathon, today it's time for a regenerative workout, so I'm at the swimming pool again and it's time for a longer swim, maybe 3 to 4 kilometers again. But since my swimming goggles I've been using for the last few swims are like 10 to 15 years old and way too small, I went to a sports supplier first and got a new pair, and also was able to find some glasses for cycling, so I'm well equipped for this weekend's 400 kilometer ride. After yesterday's swim, I completely forgot about filming anything because I had a busy day at work and came home at like 10:30, so didn't really felt like filming anything anymore. And today there was no footage yet because I didn't do anything yet. And this will stay the same for today because I will take a rest day and pack my things for tomorrow's ride, because tomorrow I will start the 400-kilometer ride with my dad, and that's why I'm packing now. And yeah, you can follow along for the packing.